Episode 263, No Brains, No Headache podcast, back for yet another recording for this mindlessly entertaining show from Bismarck, North Dakota. My name is Jordan Weichel. I'm going to be your host today, as always. Happy to be here. Damn glad to do so. Across from me, my co-host, confidant, longtime friend, fellow comedian. His name is Matt Cleary. Some people call him Ongo or Applesauce. How we doing today, Syndrome?
Good. It's awesome. I got Syndrome. Someone sent this to me in the mail.
Some more fan mail. How would you rate that compared to the X-ray chart reader?
Top 2, I would say, of fan mail we've gotten.
That's huge.
Right next to that bag of human shit that someone sent that one time.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad.
Not funny.
At the time, it wasn't funny. Now, a little funny.
Hindsight, pretty hilarious. But we got another episode for you guys, and we got a lot to talk about. Starting with one of our favorite baseball players, recently retired, man.
Yeah, shout out Anthony Rizzo, Big Tony. He officially announced his retirement and that he's returning to the Cubs as an ambassador, which is about best case scenario, I would say. For Cubs fans.
So when you retire as a World Series champion and just an all-around great baseball player for an organization, and then you become an ambassador, are you just receiving season tickets and just kind of get to hang out around the clubhouse? And
I would pretty much venture to say that it's just he can do whatever he wants when it comes to the Cubs card.
Yeah, and he played long enough to get the lifetime pass, correct? Maybe? You know, the gold card that they speak of, that if you play for X amount of years?
Yeah, I think it's like 10 years service or something. It wouldn't be 10 years service.
I think it's like 15 or something.
15, yeah.
I don't know how long he played. It was a classic 2016 Cubs member who won the World Series with the Cubs, and then they all just went on to different teams, got massive paydays, and, I mean, Tony was okay for the Yankees, but Javier Baez is probably the only one still relevant. Chris Bryant couldn't even participate in men's slow pitch softball.
Yeah, Chris Bryant has a debilitating back injury. That means he can quite literally not move now.
Well, congratulations to Anthony Rizzo on an illustrious Cubs career, MLB career. I have a Rizzo jersey. Do you have one?
I have one.
Yeah, got a couple Rizzo jerseys, and they definitely did their homework when they acquired Rizzo. I had no idea who this guy was, and he came in and he did some good things. So congrats to Anthony Rizzo on a great career overall. But wish you the best in retirement, and by that I mean, you know, don't hammer too many dogs at the games.
Oh, he's going to be great for the Cubs. By popular demand, I'm bringing something back this week and possibly in the future. The booze bag. This is when I would get a random thing of booze and drink it on the podcast. This week it came in fan mail with Syndrome. Shout out loyal listener Scott for
what kind of postage are we putting up just to send the podcast random shit?
I don't know, but so little fun fact for his wedding gift, I got him one of those mailboxes that's shaped like a giant bass, and it's lost in the mail somewhere.
Did you mail it to here, and then you're gonna take it with you and wrap it up?
Yeah, I was gonna take it and wrap it in some obnoxiously huge box or something.
You should do the thing where you wrap it in old newspaper.
Yeah, like my grandma used to do. The best is when it would be like something real tragic, something. But
well, and we're recording the day September 10th. Today is the day of recording, so we got September 11th on the horizon. And Matt and I were in the second grade. You know, where were you? Matt and I, second grade, at our Catholic school. You know, because Matt and I are privately educated, therefore we're better than pretty much everybody. And we, in the second grade, we had to bring in news articles.
Every Thursday.
And what did it happen on a Wednesday?
Happened on a Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, I think I don't know, my dad came and picked me up from school and we went home early that day. But on Wednesday, our teacher said, "Hey guys, I know it's news day tomorrow. we all know that this plane thing happened. Can you please not bring in anything?
What are we trying to forget history?
This is what you did on Newsday if you like didn't or forgot. You would grab like the front page and just the huge picture, and you'd bring like the whole front page, and you wouldn't cut it out like we'd always do.
Yeah, then just read off whatever was on the front page.
And I'm pretty sure he was like the first one to go, and I remember he brought in the sports section from Wednesday. That the huge headline was "No time for sports" and just a picture of the buildings on fire. I remember
We shouldn't be laughing.
the teacher was so mad, and it was like, it's a core memory for me. Like, I can't get it out of my head of freaking Denko just standing there with his man head in the second grade, just like, so guys, some planes.
There's no more sports anymore because of what happened.
And if you want to be confused on what happened on 9/11, have an 8-year-old explain it to you, because I was lost in the moment.
Yeah. I'm just thinking of, in our lifetimes, as American citizens, we've experienced 9/11, and then we also experienced the pandemic, as did the entire world. But does that compare to a Great Depression or perhaps a world war?
No.
Could you argue that we are always, now modern day, we're always in a world war?
America is always in somewhere. We're like, we're war free. It's like, we have troops literally everywhere.
They're just, the numbers are down. It's
Yeah.
not like we're sending everybody.
Yeah,
and
we're not doing a
any
draft.
able. It's not the Lord of the Rings where every able-bodied child is just like,
Yeah. Helms Deep, where they're like, you're 6, you're a man, get out there. But could you imagine if we brought back the draft?
oh, we wouldn't qualify. Do we qualify?
I think no one would want me going to war for them. If I have a rocket launcher and I shoot it, there's a 50% chance it's going backwards.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know which
it's like
way
when you
it
light
goes.
up a Roman candle and you're not really sure what end. And did they drug test back in the draft? Was that like the 60s, perhaps? I don't know
there's
when the
no way
draft
they
was.
drug tested.
So modern day, I think the easy way, if you were to get drafted into the U.S. military, and just be like, oh, I'm going to piss hot.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can do about it. I'm going to continue on my heavy drug use. And if you want to send me to war while I'm on crack cocaine, then that's your prerogative.
I don't want to out myself because this is a federal crime, but I will. I don't think I registered for the draft.
You have to do that?
Yeah, I don't remember doing that.
Is that right when you turn 18?
Yeah,
I think I did that.
I don't think I did. And if I did it wrong. It's like that one year when I committed like tax fraud, voter fraud, and insurance fraud in like a matter of a week.
I was just thinking of the organizational logistics of drafts and entering yourself for a draft. How does the United States government keep track of this stuff? I can barely do accounting for a small business.
It goes by birthdays, so they would just pick out and be like,
I know, but like in the system, I'm saying is how do they even know if you did or didn't, Matt?
I'm sure there's some
You could just slip through the cracks.
Oh, for sure.
Draft dodgers.
Yeah. And I don't look at my mail all the time, so if I got drafted and I'd be like, meh,
Is that how the LA Dodgers got their name?
the LA Draft Dodgers. That everyone went to LA. They're like, guys, we got a lot of people here.
Even though the Dodgers were definitely established way before that.
And in Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah. Did you say Brooklyn? Brookland?
Okay, well, I'm going to go
Matt thinks it's called Brookland in New York.
So the first thing is Mexican mudslide. And sorry, Scott, but I will not be drinking this milk-based drink that went a couple days in the mail.
Dude, you have to drink it. That's part of the booze bag of the week.
Okay, you drink that one.
No, I'm not drinking.
And then I will drink this tequila rosé cream. This is also milk-based.
Grape wine? This says grape wine with natural flavors. It is a Mexican mudslide.
I would have a Mexican mudslide in my pants if
Matt, you have to drink it. You brought back booze bag of the week. Now you're just trying to draft dodge booze bag of the week right now.
Oh no, that's
I'm
horrible.
not drinking.
I'm gonna try this.
I didn't bring back booze bag of the week. You did. Chug it.
Who sends milk-based drinks?
Chug it. Those are warm in the liquor store. I worked at a liquor store. They were just warm on
That
them.
one's actually pretty good.
Okay, chug it.
I'm not going to chug it.
Chug it. That's not chugging. That's casually sipping.
Nope.
Finish the tequila rose.
Grab me my beer or something.
And so it's just going to sit in the studio garbage?
No, I'll throw it out. Oh, God.
Which one's better?
The Mexican mudslide.
So you're not going to finish those?
No, speaking of Mexican mudslide, so I had the runs last week, and I also had to drive 4 hours, and it was basically a tour of rest stops in North Dakota. I hit all of them.
And you think they're more abundant and a lot closer? You always have to use the restroom when they're not anywhere near.
I also I find it weird where it's like rest area 58 miles, but like within 10 miles, you're going through a town of 100,000 people. It's like, I think I'll stop there. I won't just blow through it and be like, oh, sweet. 48 miles later, I came across this rest stop.
Well, the benefit of the rest stop is you can pull right in, go straight into the restroom.
It's usually not crowded.
Yeah, it's not crowded at all, and then you can get right back onto the interstate. If you pull into some sort of
town,
established town, because that's what we have here in North Dakota, are towns. We don't believe in city systems. Then you have to go off the interstate, go in a street, and then deal with the Burger King employees using the bathroom.
My ideal rest stop is a gas station right off the interstate that has a Subway in it.
Yeah, those are great. Maybe even mix in a Pizza Hut. Oh. And then you have everything you need. Everybody's going to be satisfied.
I do like when there's like a baseball team that stops in there and there's like one 15-year-old working at Subway and there's like 30 kids waiting for their subs.
Yeah, I always thought that was just like the worst. That I hope they at least call ahead and just let them know. They never do, but it's like, hey, you know what we're going to do? We're going to get home at about 1 a.m. because we're going to take 30 kids through a small town Subway and make the poor employees. And they're probably closing down for the night. Like, they probably covered everything up, have everything clean. They're just like in the movie Waiting when they're just watching the clock tick down.
Come on.
And then all of a sudden, the Harlow's bus shows up.
No!
And you just get slammed at your part-time job. You're just trying to make a few extra bucks so you can afford beer on the weekend. And it's just not great. But Booze Bag of the Week is behind us. Did you want a beer?
No, I'll drink it. That's my gift for finishing the podcast while I start editing. Then I get a beer.
Okay.
Something to look forward to, baby steps.
There you go. Incentivizing yourself. But that's it for housekeeping. It's probably a record. We only took 13 minutes of housekeeping.
One, I did look it up. The gold card is 25 years of service as
Good Lord.
with a player front office thing combined.
That's a lot, but let's get into it. Episode 263.
Okay. Let's party.
Did you watch Unknown Number on Netflix?
I did not. I believe you just texted me that in the last day or two. And by the looks of it, we're just going to talk a lot about television.
Yeah, but this is, it's sweeping the world. This is one of the most insane documentaries I've ever watched.
Oh, it's a documentary?
Yeah.
Why didn't you say so? I would have definitely hammered it out.
Yeah, it's an hour. But I'll give you the synopsis of it, and you don't really need to watch it. I actually knew what happened.
I would like to watch it.
I knew what happened, and then I watched it, and
What's
I was
it about?
Still shocked. So it's centered in Beale City, Michigan, and this girl is 15 years old. She's dating. They're in high school. She's dating this guy. Her name's Lauren. She's dating Owen McKinney, and one day she gets a text with both of them. It's a group text with the boyfriend, girlfriend, and a random number. And this number is just harassing them, like saying that she should kill herself, that Owen doesn't like her, she's an anorexic bitch. There needs to be more blowjobs, and like
I could probably get behind that.
It's like hundreds of texts a week, and it goes on for like 2 years.
Do we not know how to block a number?
Apparently not. But this person was doing this the whole time. Like both parents get involved, the school gets involved. They're like trying to figure out who it is. It's a small town. There's only like 2 bars. Everyone goes to the same school. So they're looking at cameras, like when texts come in, like she's texting the principal, like just got a text. He's looking at cameras to see who's on their phone. The FBI gets involved.
The FBI can't figure out whose number it is?
They do. They find out that it's Lauren, the girlfriend's mom.
Oh, okay. I think you did we talked about this briefly.
Bananas. And like the fact is that
She was saying there should be more blowjobs?
Yeah, like
I want to date this chick.
And they're saying that her daughter should just kill herself.
Okay, does she give more blowjobs or kill herself? Because if you kill yourself, there's a lot less blowjobs than one would argue.
After you find out it's the mom, like with some of the texts that has been sending, because they broke up because of these texts, and then Owen started dating a different girl.
Oh, wow.
In like a couple towns over.
Just a heartbreaker.
And the mom was texting them, like saying, Owen really wants me. Like, very clear that the mom wants to bang this like 14-year-old kid.
Banging out.
And and so they have the police footage, but the mom agreed to be in this documentary the whole time. So it starts at the beginning of it. She's like being interviewed, like, yeah, we're really trying to figure out who this is. They got to stop harassing my daughter.
It's kind of like American Murder when Homeboy's like, I just want my kids and wife to come home. It's like, well, then go pull them out of the oil well that you stuffed them in, you weirdo.
Very similar vibes to that. I actually texted someone that I was, they told me to watch it, and I said, this gave me like the most shock value I had since American Murder. But this was nuts because then they had the body cam footage of going into the house.
So are you just ruining everything for me? I don't even get to watch this anymore?
You can watch it. You'll still be shocked.
Okay.
I knew all of this before going into watching it. And they go in, and the mom, they're like, we know it was you. Where's your other phone? And she's like, I threw it at both sides of the house.
Burner.
Yeah. Clear burner that she was using like one of those apps that like quite literally high schoolers use to disguise their number to like joke text someone. And they're like telling the girl and her mom, they're together, that, yeah, your mom's been doing this the whole time. And the girl is being comforted by her mom.
It's okay, honey.
Yeah, it was like they're like holding hands, and they're like, so your mom has been doing this the whole time. She's like, we'll get through this. And then the dad comes home, and he's just like, what the fuck?
Did they get divorced?
Oh, for sure. And then, but the dad, like on the police footage, he's like, okay, you need to pack your shit and leave because I don't know what I'm going to do next.
To the wife, he says
like
that.
fair statement. But the wife has been handling all of the financials and they've been like moving a couple times because they keep getting like evicted from their houses because she's been handling all the finances.
It seems to be going well.
But she's just been lying about working. Like she's made it her full-time job to just text.
Remember when we had a kid that we graduated high school with, and he just said he was going to college?
Very similar to this. This went on for like a year, and
he's just saying he's going to college. Comes to find out he wasn't in college at all.
So they lived into this house. The dad was like some sort of like handyman, like carpenter, had all of his tools.
I bet he was a handyman.
Yeah. Had all of his tools that he put into a storage unit that his wife was paying the bills on. She just didn't pay the bills. Unit got sold. All of his tools are gone. So
I think I don't want to speak too much here out of line, but that's what we do here on No Brains, No Headache. I think it's fine as a couple if like one person handles the finances, but the other person should still have like at least like a monthly sit down of like, okay,
so how are we doing on
the
bills?
How are we doing?
And I saw someone like clip something from the show of the body cam, and they show like their living room, and they have the TV mounted on the wall and then the couch beneath it. And they just posted a picture of that, and they're like, we're not talking about who sets up their living room like this.
Like the couch, you would be, if you sat on it, you'd be looking that way, and the TV would be above you.
On, yeah.
Yikes.
And they're like, that was the worst part about the documentary. But it was insane. Like the mom goes to jail for like 18 months and then just continue. Like the daughter, I think, is arguably worse than the mom because she's just like, I still love my mom when I have a relationship with her when she's out of jail. And it's like, okay.
Wait, so she got tossed in the slammer for doing this?
Yeah.
What is the charge?
Federal stalking.
Oh.
Or felony stalking.
Same thing.
But so she gets thrown in jail, and she's emailing her daughter still. Same thing
from a burner.
much.
Telling her to kill herself and give her boyfriend some more BJs.
Pretty much, she'd be like, she would email her, and she's like, well, you didn't email me good morning. You're the worst. JK, JK, LOL, still love you. And it's like,
can't tell.
You just went through all 5 stages of grief in that one sentence.
JK, JK, LOL. Yikes. Yeah, you think you know somebody.
Yeah, this is pretty nuts. Like,
is it just one long episode? Or
yeah, it's like an hour and 15 minutes.
Okay, I'm going to have to check out Unknown Number on Netflix.
Yeah.
I mean, we pretty much just told you all about it.
Yeah, but go watch it. You'll still be shocked. You'll still pick up things that, like, I want to rewatch it just so I can, like, kind of pick up on things that I missed.
Yeah.
Because they go through the whole time, and the mom's, like, helping out in the investigation. She's, like, she goes so far, like, to try to frame one of the girls. Like, one of the girls in the class, like, had a basketball game and scored 12 points. And then, like, she was, like, texting from the number, just going, like, your boyfriend likes me more. I scored more points than you in tonight's game. And then that girl went on vacation to Florida, and she switched the number to a Florida area code when that girl went down there.
Oh, wow.
So just like
That's diabolical.
Super frame this girl. And the girl was very much likely, like, looked like she was the one that was doing it, because this one girl was just a huge bitch.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was like very thought out. But I mean, when you don't have a job and you're just sitting she has like her computer work from home setup that's like 4 monitors, and it's like, okay, well, you're essentially doing nothing all day.
That is felony stalking,
Yeah.
I would say.
And they had like, I think it was like 72 pages of text messages that they had to like comb through.
Man, that's pretty wild. You ever think that you could be a private investigator, PI?
I think, but I would be like really bad at it.
Well, yeah. Well, no shit, you're going to be bad at it, Matt.
Like, I don't know. Like, what? Give me a scenario.
Well, I just asked the question because it's just like with modern day social media, just us running our pages and like me through the years of doing it for companies I've worked for. Like, I know so many different ways to like find certain things.
Yeah.
That like I have offered to, like, nothing bad, but if like somebody needs to like find something out, it's like, oh, well, let me show you how you can like figure out, you know, who this person is or what that business is or whatever. And it's just like a few simple searches, you could probably like find what you're looking for.
Yeah, it's
obviously being a private investigator would probably be a little bit more than that. There's a guy on Instagram that posts videos, and it's essentially just videos of him sitting in his car all day with binoculars and a camera, which I think would get old after about 2 days, but
I'd get over it for like 2 hours.
Well, that too. Or I would just miss everything because I'm watching Unknown Number on Netflix on my phone in the car. Oh, he finds people cheating on, like...
Yeah, see, like, that's like the Cheaters, like the classic old show.
I don't know. The job market isn't great right now. Maybe I'll have to look into something like that.
Be a PI to, like, hey, do you think you're... I mean, Bismarck's a small enough town that you could probably just ask, like, one person that knows them and be like, oh, yeah, they're for sure cheating on them.
Yeah, this town. I don't think I would want to do it here because I think I would probably be a lot better somewhere else just because nobody knows me. Because here, if I do it in Bismarck and somebody like sees me sitting outside of their house,
yeah.
And at the moment people find out I'm a private investigator,
yeah,
that wouldn't be great.
See, I would be bad at it because I would be like parked in front of someone's house and then I'd have to go to the bathroom and then I'd be like, well, there's really no place to go. So I would just ask that person if I could use their bathroom.
I don't think, according to the very quick Google response, it says you must meet your state-specific licensing requirements. Often includes a high school diploma, check. A period of relevant experience or education. I've been on social media for years. I've dealt with all sorts of crazy people, check. Passing a background check. And licensing exam, and paying associated fees. I think I could become a PI.
Yeah.
I think I might have to look into this.
Gaining experience. I've been the third in a lot of relationships. So, That's
gaining
a plus.
experience. I've watched a ton of documentaries on Netflix. And since we're on the subject, I just want to shed some more light on this. Amy Bradley, if you were out there listening to No Brains, No Headache, maybe just give somebody a call. Maybe just send a signal of some sort, because it's getting a bit out of hand. But I may have to look into being a private investigator. We have to decide what state, and then just become a PI. Okay, I'm 18 years or older. I have my high school diploma. I also have a bachelor's degree.
I think the big things is state specific. You need to pass an exam, and then it's I know for New York, at least 5 years ago, it was $2,000.
Many states require 3 to 5 years of investigative work experience. This is bullshit.
I mean, you can basically get off with anything being relevant experience.
Yeah, I'm a human. I've been a human for 31 years. I think that's enough experience.
What if you went into this and then during your background check, they find out that you failed to register for the draft?
You're a draft dodger. That would suck, to go through everything, and then you have to develop PI skills, including curiosity. Done. Resourcefulness. Boom. Patience. Could use some work there.
Yeah, I didn't find anything. How long were you out there? 15 whole minutes.
Yeah. Woo, that was a doozy. But might have to check out Unknown Number on Netflix. Speaking of shows, bringing up the show Alone again. I recently fired up a new season. It's not great because I ended up falling asleep.
It's very boring.
Rather quickly, yeah. It's a rather quiet, mundane show. There's at least with other sitcoms or something, at least every half hour or whatever, you have the intro music, wake you up, jolt you a little bit. No, with the show Alone, it's just very quiet. But the point I was going to bring up is I love when people talk a big game. They're like, I could stay out here. They're going to have to pull me out of here.
And they do a lot of the times. How people get eliminated is that they are fail their medical. It's your heart rate is down to 4 beats a minute.
Well, I love the people who talk a big game, whether it's just in the introductory stuff that they pre-record before they actually go out there, or they're just doing it into the camera. I love it when they tap out before the boat even gets back to home base.
The one black dude.
I just can't do this.
Yeah,
and
I didn't realize
you just said you could be out here for 150 days.
The one black dude on the first season I ever watched that show, he gets out there and he's like, yeah, I can't do it. He didn't put his bag down yet, calls the boat, and they get there. He's like, I didn't realize how alone it was going to be out there. And it's like, yep, you signed up for a show called Alone. It's I sometimes go on these HBO kicks of watching Naked and Afraid. Same thing. There's always these two people, for whatever reason, always end up hating each other.
Yeah.
But there was this one guy who's why? They're like, why are you doing this? It's not for the $100,000 that you get or whatever. He's like, you know what? I'm really trying to quit smoking. So he did smoking for 40 years. And he's on the way out. They're driving him out in a shitty truck. And he's just hacking joints, trying to get the last one in. He's taking his clothes off, dragging a cigarette. Does it, goes for 36 hours, goes through such bad nicotine withdrawals that they have to medically take him out.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to quit smoking or a bad habit, maybe a show Alone, Naked and Afraid, Survivor, maybe that would be good for that.
Survivor, what if the prize was 1 carton of cigarettes and this guy's just killing people trying to get to it?
No, but I do love it when they tap out within that first day. And the one specific example, I believe it was Alone, Australia, and they were at Tasmania? Is that the island just south of Australia? And so it was Australians, but they were just right off the coast there. And he had these long dreads, down to his asshole. It's dude, you spent more time growing your dreads out than like by a mile than you did lasting in alone. And it was one of those commentaries where they like introduce him and his family. He's like, I'm gonna do it for my kids. That I can last out there forever. Within the first day, he didn't even set up camp. The sun didn't even go down yet.
They always have one because like the first episode I think always ends with someone getting eliminated, and it's always like the first day or two.
And they always have one clumsy person, because there was another season I watched.
Oh, the guy
where the guy's just exploring the area, just kind of getting a feel for his surroundings, and he just twists his ankle.
I thought he broke his ankle like the first day, and then he's like, I gotta medically tap out. I would have made it so long. It's like, I don't think you would have.
Or it is funny how, like, what people prioritize in that show. Because, I mean, really your two options are, like, okay, do I focus on shelter?
Fire, water, food.
Yeah, and I mean, you could kind of put fire hand in hand with both of them. Yeah. I mean, fire is just going to happen regardless, whether you do your shelter or if you're going for food. But then other people, they're like, okay, I'm going to start fishing or setting up traps or figuring it out. Very different, you know, thought processes there of like what your priorities are going to be, because usually I feel like when they do this, no matter where in the world they do it, it's like end of summer or fall, and it's like the snow is going to start flying any day now, and so you're going to have to hunker down.
I think like one season I watched, like the first day the guy was out there, he's like, I'm really thirsty, so he just drinks untreated water. And then gets like dysentery, and he's like, gotta tap out. I can't stop pooping.
Oh, I guarantee you right before he drank that, he's like, yeah, you can drink this. You'll be fine. And just lugs it down. And then just...
Without a doubt, every single time someone does that on Naked and Afraid, they're like, they do like the music, like, boo. And he just starts drinking the water. He's like, oh, it's so good. Like, so refreshed. And then it like cuts to the night, and he's just up, and all you hear is, oh!
It's like when you have such a bad flu that you're puking in the toilet while simultaneously like farting.
Oh God, do not get me started.
I don't want to.
I've ruined many of clothes doing that. But yeah.
Moving on, episode 263.
So I was in small town Minnesota this weekend, and I've noticed a couple things about small town Minnesota, and small towns in general. People have the best graphic tees that, like, I don't know where they get them. Some of them look old, but they're just great. Like, this one guy had one that just had a frog on it, and it said, MILFs. Man, I love frogs. Is that good?
It's not, but...
Okay. But,
no, I mean, I like the t-shirt. It's just, like, so ridiculous.
Yeah, and then I went to a bar. That they're like, yeah,
it's bar.
They went. It's at the old schoolhouse. I'm like, oh, what's it called? The old schoolhouse. And I looked on their Facebook page, and the day before, they're like, sorry, we'll be closed. Hurt my knee. Probably be open tomorrow though.
So it's just like a knee discomfort, some swelling in the knee. Yeah. So therefore, it's.
But this place was awesome. I'm pretty sure their kitchen, where they cooked a lot of stuff, was just on a deck outside that they had like a deep fryer on. Like if like any health department went in there, they'd be like, oh my God. All the beer was served in blue Solo cups. I think they had like 3 glasses there, because the 3 regulars at the bar had glasses, but we got Solo cups.
Yeah, you got to work your way up to the fine china.
And then like none of the food was over like $10. Like their special was like $10.95. You got prime rib, mashed potatoes and gravy, coleslaw, beans, Nefla soup, and a side salad.
Good Lord. Yeah, I mean, you got to bring the people in somehow.
When you're in Edwards, Minnesota, population 4.
Stop at the old schoolhouse bar.
There is definitely a meth lab above the garage. They have one of those, like, thing kind of looks like a condom tunnel going into it. Maybe it was a greenhouse. I don't know.
Like ventilation?
Yeah. It looked real weird, but yeah, it was real fun. I love small towns.
Oh, watch out for the graphic t-shirts and the small town bars.
Yeah.
You know.
was fun.
But one time we went bar hopping on the way up to the lake, and by that I mean we went to one bar, and then I'm like, yeah, let's go to the lake. It's great, like the little nuances of those small town bars. I ordered a shot, and it was a full on glass, like small glass.
It was 6 ounces.
Yeah, it was like a 3 chugger shot.
Yeah,
and yeah, it was like a $3 shot as well. So I was like, well,
that's like at the roast of Cole Pick last year. I went up and ordered a tequila shot. She pulled out like a 6-ounce Dixie cup, or the guy that was bartending, that I'm pretty sure never bartended before, just grabbed the smallest cup he could find and then just filled it up to the brim.
Yeah, it was like, tequila, wasn't it?
Yeah. Good night, Jim Kite.
Brutal. I want to talk about the weight loss episode of The Office. Mainly just the logistics behind it. You know, because they all go down to the warehouse and then they all step on like the commercial grade scale.
And then they make Pam get off so everyone knows how much she weighs.
Yeah. That's brutal. But obviously it's just a sitcom, doesn't really mean a whole lot, but it's like, okay, why wouldn't you just wear a bunch of clothes and like have everything in your pockets for that first weigh in? But then how do you really accurately, track your weight loss?
You don't.
Yeah, that's just when I weigh in every morning pretty much. I am ass naked. I don't even if I just have like socks on, I'm like, these socks have to come off. I can't possibly have that. I want to know my exact weight of just my human body, naked and afraid.
You're naked and afraid in a bathroom by yourself.
Oh, what are you doing there? It's just my reflection in the mirror. A little too jumpy.
Oh, God. So I was at this hotel this last weekend, and there was an elevator that opened on both sides. And I was on the 5th floor. It stopped on the 4th floor, and there's a guy facing the other way. And I just walked in and stand there. And it was like one of the maintenance workers, and he's holding like a bunch of towels. Doesn't hear me or see me come in at all. And just turns and sees me and just goes, oh! And then he's like, you got to tell someone when you're coming in. And I was like,
stopped at a floor. You work here. How do you not understand how the doors open on both sides?
It was so funny.
But then I love when Andy, right before they're about to weigh in, he hawks a loogie. How much is that really going to affect your weight? You were a wrestler in high school.
So one of the tricks we used to do is you just get like 20 pieces of gum and you just spit gum. You could get a half a pound out in a half hour.
I don't want to get too perverted here, but did you ever crank your hog prior to weigh-ins?
Thinking that the semen would be less?
if you ejaculate the semen, which, once again, those are scientific terms, okay? I'm trying to be...
If you're dropping a load, you're dropping some ounces.
Yeah.
No, I never did that.
But, I mean, technically, you would lose weight if you did it shortly after, before your body starts producing more semen.
I mean, the thing that I like to, back in my day, can't do it anymore, you could weigh in naked. And
Wait, you can't do that anymore?
No, it's against the rules. You have to have underwear on.
Okay, so you just have a washcloth on a string over your dong?
You could. Like one of my buddies that went to BHS, he would just weigh in wearing a full-on jock strap.
Like with the cup in it?
Yeah. Like, God damn it.
That's confidence. Got some extra.
But I would just weigh in naked even if I didn't have to. Just 'cause it was fun. And wrestling's gay enough, so it's like, why not be naked?
Yeah, or hydration tests.
Oh, everyone just...
Imagine being the trainer and you're just looking at people's piss.
You don't. They don't. They just let you go in the urinal and everyone cheats on it. Usually I'd have to shove something up my sleeve.
Yeah. I thought that sentence was going somewhere else.
No, you shove something up your ass earlier to get everything out. But I walk in there and everyone's like in their boxers, and I was like, dude, I have to cheat on this. You put on clothes so this doesn't look weird. So I'm making dudes get dressed so that I'm not the only one wearing clothes, so I can cheat on this thing.
On the hydration test. Because you would have something like in your crotch.
A hand sanitizer bottle.
What's the black market for urine like?
Usually you just piss whatever you could that would be like brown because you're so dehydrated, and then you'd fill it up with water.
Would you cramp up a lot?
Not really. You felt just so sick after because you'd like weigh in and then you'd eat like a little bit and you'd just be like fucking horse pile in the toilet after, and it's just
I'm kind of experiencing that now with my fasting journey. It is very true. If you watch any sort of video, do your research. Like once you are coming off a fast, I know you're hungry. You could just eat anything.
Ease your
you
way
want.
into it.
Yeah, have some soup, like chicken noodle soup or some broth or something like that. Some beef broth, bone broth, whatever. Or maybe just have like an egg. Just something light, and then wait a while. And I think that's the hardest part, just because like, and when people ask me why I do fast, it's like, honestly, it's because it's a challenge.
Yeah.
It's a challenge of willpower at the end of the day. It's like, yes, there's a bunch of other benefits, but it's like, I like to challenge myself. And yeah, you can, especially when you like prolong fast, which is, intermittent fasting, you could argue is like 18 hours without eating, 6-hour eating window. You also can't just hog down anything you want in that 6 hours. There's still math to do behind it. Pretty simple in my opinion, but I'm healthy as a mule, so I'm allowed to do certain things. But anything beyond like 24 hours, you will get sick, and that you maybe get stomach ache. But when I say sick, I mean the runs. Okay, be near a bathroom if you're gonna hog down some stuff. You're just gonna want to be ready for just dysentery Gary.
Yep.
But I don't know how we got onto that weight loss episode. I just think it's funny. Like, obviously you can't do it. Just, I don't know. There's some sort of code violation with like having people in the workplace do a weight loss challenge. But it's like, how are you accurately weighing these people who are wearing suits and dresses and heels and belts and just...
I was at this conference and I was watching these guys, one of the offices, these guys were just annihilated. They're talking and they're like, one of them had Vikings Bears tickets and one of them was buying them to do a giveaway for the office. And now he's just keeping the tickets for himself.
Classic.
He's like, bought the tickets, but that's too much. Speaking of challenging myself, I will be doing Not Sober October. I will be having at least one beer every day.
Nice. Matt's planning ahead, and that's what I like to see. Not Sober October. Are you going to try different beers, perhaps?
No. The goal is to have at least one drink a day.
Nice. So, going in the opposite direction.
Yeah. Everyone's ebbing, I'm flowing.
Yeah. Well, I think I might be doing the opposite.
Float like a butterfly, drink a beer a day.
I want to lower my tolerance down so low that on Halloween, I wake up the next day and I don't even know what country I'm in. And hopefully I'm in a different country, to justify such a thing.
Yeah, you end up in a cockfight in Tijuana, Mexico.
Yeah, I'm just waving my cock around.
Okay. You ever watch those YouTube videos about tunnels that go from Mexico to U.S.?
No, but I probably should.
I want to find one and just like go hang out in the tunnels.
I don't know if that's a good idea. I've watched several videos of people checking out the mole people of Vegas.
Oh, yeah. I'd love to.
And it's like a rite of passage. They don't just let anyone down there.
Well, I've said this before, but I thought tunnels.
And you'll say it again.
I thought tunnels and like the tube system would be way more advanced than it currently is.
If anything, I think it used to be a lot more. Because even in our area, in the downtown or cathedral district, there's a lot more tunnels down there.
Yeah. I just think that we have the sewer system. You might as well make an adjacent tunnel system.
Yeah.
And then I also did think that there would be like tube systems like banks have, that you could just put yourself in a capsule and like vacuum suck yourself to like Oklahoma City.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think the logistics of that if a little air gets out, your whole asshole is going to get just sucked out of you.
If you're ever wealthy enough and you get to build your dream house, would you put some sort of like secret lair or secret room or like a bomb shelter or just some sort of thing like that?
I was thinking about just the studio room. I think it would be perfect. I want to build a bookshelf in front of it, and then it just opens up into the studio.
Yeah.
Secret room.
You just said it out loud.
Yeah, so if you're at my house, the bookshelf totally doesn't open into a room.
I don't know if there's enough room out there, Matt.
We'll make room.
Okay.
What else? Oh yeah,
I'm gonna come back to the studio, and you're just gonna have it. There's just gonna the doorway is just gonna be plastered shut.
Yeah. So I tried to make the bookshelf, accidentally glued it shut. Now I just can't get in there. So I've been getting stuff out of the window recently.
Oh yeah, that window is not up to fire code.
Not a lot is. At the old schoolhouse, nothing was up to fire code. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
So this cabin that we were at had a spiral staircase. And, like, the guy built the cabin himself. Like, it was very clear that nothing really went into it. Besides him just putting random rooms around an A-frame cabin. And he put a spiral staircase up through the one walkway there is that's perfectly head level. So if you weren't, like, thinking about it, you were going to hit your head every single time.
On the spiral staircase?
Yeah. On a metal, like, pointy thing.
Oh, great. Gotta love lake cabins when it's, like, 5 different additions. It's like, maybe just tear it down.
I opened up a closet, and it was just the side of the roof of the A-frame.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you get. That's cabin life for you. But, Matt, we better keep it moving. We're cruising right along here for episode 263. And for our loyal listeners, we got a little treat for you today. We're going to do the Olympics. That's our ranking show, our ranking game we play on the show every once in a while. We pick a topic, and then we give gold. You don't have to grab it, Matt. You can go first. We got gold, silver, bronze, lost in the medal round. Last time we did the Olympics of siblings. I got to say, I think I won that one. We never actually put it out into the verse for people to check out, but last time we did Olympics of siblings.
It was out there. We just forgot to put a poll on it.
Yeah, I forgot to put a poll on it, but ultimately I won. So, what's the name of this game? I win.
What do you mean you win?
This week we're going to do the Olympics of hangover cures as Matt goes into not sober October. This one is very fitting. And Matt, since I went first last time, I will let you go, and like I said, we're going to rank things. Matt will start, and he'll go first every round, which is a huge advantage of this game. Rules state that we can't have the same picks, and this is open for interpretation. We can have, at the end, we can have honorable mentions, disqualified, and I don't think we're prepared for this too much. So this,
I got a couple good ones, I think. And gold medal, keep drinking.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, I think that's the hair of the dog. It is pretty much gets you right out of it.
But then how much would you drink then? Because I was just about to say, if you just keep drinking, and everybody knows this, you're just prolonging the inevitable hangover.
It does cure the hangover until the next hangover, which is going to be a lot worse. I would say 2 beers.
Okay.
And then if you get to 4 beers, you're just drinking again.
And at the end, maybe we'll talk about like the ultimate hangover day cure of like everything you can do.
Yeah.
But Matt's gold medal pick is keep drinking.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to go with my gold medal pick. I am going to go with greasy food. I think that's got to be the best one that you can do. My personal favorites would be a greasy cheeseburger. I don't want to give away free ads, preferably a Culver's cheeseburger, which isn't great. I am starving right now. But also chicken wings of some sort, maybe some fries, get some starch, get some potatoes in you, and have a big meal. So far, if you're following ours, you wake up the next day after a night of heavy drinking. Oh, I'm hungry. Maybe a little hair of the dog. Go to your favorite place to eat, your favorite sports bar, wherever. Order a beer, have a beer, order some food, have another beer, and then that leads us to...
silver medal, I'm going to go with naps.
Okay, that's huge.
Sleeping it off when you wake up and you're like, whoa, man, I already slept for 8 hours. I'm going to walk out to the couch, laid back down, another 4 hours, hangover cure.
You think it's cured?
Yeah.
Cured.
It's more cured than it was before. But like waking up and then going to the couch. I don't want to give away any picks what I'm doing in the meantime, but yeah, naps. A good nap can cure a hangover.
There you go. So then you go take a nap. When you wake up from your nap, I'm going to recommend for my silver medal pick is straight up hydration.
Okay.
Probably a lot of water, because ultimately that's probably why you're feeling the way you are. Your body's dehydrated. The alcohol just sucks all the hydration out of you. So a ton of water. However, my favorite hydration of non-alcoholic, Matt already took keep drinking alcohol. I'm going with don't drink alcohol, drink water. But also some of my favorites are Powerade. So you got red and blue Powerade. Or, thank you, by the way, Matt went to the gas station before we started recording, got me my favorite Powerade Zeros, which are strawberry lemonade. It's like a pink color. Or, it's been growing on me, Powerade Zero, grape. And the funny thing is about the blue and red normal Powerades, those are the worst Powerade Zeros. They taste like cough medicine. I can't stand them, but I have been able to find two flavors that I like for the Powerade Zero.
I think the blue and the red Powerade Zero are different flavors than the blue and red actually are, because it's like fruit punch and that one's strawberry.
Yeah. Just going based off color. And then you will know like how hungover / dehydrated / how thirsty you are.
How quick it goes down.
Because, I have sucked down 2 Powerades like in no time.
And you'll be out of breath from just chugging. Yeah.
And then you know that you really needed it because you'll be out of Powerade and you'll be like, wait, where did my Powerade go? Dude, you already sucked 2 down. So maybe get a few. If you really want to do yourself a favor, get those the night ahead of time, have them in the fridge, ready to rock and roll. I don't know, like waking up in the middle of the night with just a parched mouth and just having something to suck down is just...
I thought you were going to say a partridge in a pear tree.
Having a partridge in a pear tree, and then you get some Powerades on top of that, perfect.
Yeah, you're not hungover anymore. My bronze medal pick, I'm going to go with being with someone that is more hungover than you.
Oh, that's huge. Yeah.
Every time I'm like, oh my God, I can never drink again. And I go out to someone that's just disheveled.
They can't be too hungover, though.
Yeah. But if someone's more hungover than I am, I instantly feel better.
And maybe it's not even so much like more hungover than you, but just having like they lost their wallet.
Yeah.
They got arrested.
Don't know where their shoes are. Like one time I woke up from my cousin's wedding, so hungover. Everyone was already like gone except for my sister who was driving us from Minneapolis back to Bismarck. And I was like, I feel like shit. And she's like, I left my phone at the venue. And I was like,
I feel better.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better about myself.
Yeah.
And that was one of those like woke up at 9, we were ready to leave, but we had to wait until like 1 for the venue to open.
For her to get her phone?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And then so like...
but that's almost too much because now you're like... Yeah.
But like when you get angry when you're hungover, it's a little bit of a secret cure.
Why?
Because that emotion takes over for you being nauseous and feeling like crap. You're distracting yourself.
This is true. Yeah. I'm trying to just... But like I said, it can't be too hungover. Like if they're just yakking every 20 minutes and stuff... All right. Time for my bronze medal pick. And I think I just got to go with old reliable. I do have a good lost in the medal round or honorable mention, however you want to go with it. But I think ultimately I'm going to have to go with marijuana. Whether it's smoked or an edible or whatever. I mean, there's a reason that they prescribe marijuana to chemotherapy patients, because it definitely helps with your appetite and just get you back to where you want to go. Me personally, usually when I'm hungover, my tum-tum's not feeling so well. And it's not like I am nauseous necessarily. It's just like I don't want anything. I'm not necessarily always hungry when I'm hungover. But especially now, I haven't consumed marijuana in quite some time, so my tolerance is absolutely shot. I think if I were to be hungover and maybe smoke some weed, I think I would do everything we just encapsulated. Like, okay, I'm going to be hungry definitely want another beer, maybe a Powerade, and then I'm eventually going to have to take a nap.
Yep. I like that pick.
I had to go with it. There was another one I have in mind, but maybe we could do Lost in the Meadow round.
I got one Lost in the Meadow round. When I'm really hungover, it's the last thing you want to do, but it helps cure the hangover, is just like get moving. Like I used to, like, every time I was so hungover on like a Saturday, I'd be like, all right, gotta go mow my lawn. And I would just be out there pouring sweat. And then I would come in, take a nice hot shower, get all cleaned up. I would feel way better.
Yeah. I guess I was going to go with physical exertion.
Yeah, like something.
So I'll take shower as my Lost in the Meadow round, because, I mean, I think that's just ultimately what gets you started.
Yeah.
Really, the worst thing I think you can do is just kind of lay there in bed and, like, stare at your phone.
Yeah. I feel great. Ran a 5K this morning. Really? No, I threw up in the shower.
Yeah. But it's true. It's just like go for a walk or go for a run. I had a friend in college who every time he had a pretty wicked hangover, he would go to the gym and hit the stair climber. And like the first time I heard that, I just thought he was a crazy person. But as time has gone on, it's just like, that's so true. You can almost just like squeeze it out of your system, because like, oh, I feel like crap. Let's feel even worse. It's almost like you got to break yourself all the way down to build yourself back up.
Yeah, so, I like that.
Or I remember having summer jobs in college that require you to like be outside, like mowing lawns or whatever it is, and you're just hungover and you're sweating, you're trimming, you're weed whacking, you're like, I don't know, pouring concrete or whatever you're doing. It's just a hot day out, and honestly, by like lunchtime, you'll feel a lot better.
That was like when I'd worked at the golf course and I would just get absolutely blackout drunk, and then I would either sleep at the golf course or like get there in the morning. And I'm like, all right, I have to stage 25 carts. And so I'm like walking back and forth to the pen, staging, wiping off all the carts. When that's done, go and get a cup of coffee. I'm feeling way better.
Yeah. How good of a feeling is it when you do, like, you're over the hill of that hangover where it's like, okay, my headache has gone away. Like, I've stomached some food, and like, especially when it's like a weekend event, like we have a wedding coming up, for example, very well chances that Friday night could get away from you. Saturday is like the actual ceremony, the reason we're there. You kind of got to get the engines running again. How good of a feeling is it when it's like you're past that point and it's like, okay, I'm actually ready to go again?
That, like, when the anxiety wears off, that's a good feeling.
Yeah.
Also, I would say one of like the more underrated feelings of all time is when you're not hungover and everyone else is.
Yeah.
So you're like, I am the captain now.
Trust me, I'm right there with you. I did another 30-day cleanse recently, and it's just great. It is weird a little bit waking up at like, 7:45 on a Saturday. It's almost too early.
You're like, okay, well, I got 4 hours until the first NCAA football game starts.
Yeah, and that's true for football Sundays with the NFL starting. It's just like, sometimes I wish I could sleep in a little bit later, because it's like, okay, that's 3 more hours till game time. Like, what should I do? What can I possibly do? I tinkered with my lineup for 2 hours already.
Just benched my kicker, put him in again.
Yeah, just to feel something.
Yeah, I will say, when you don't realize that there's a London game at 8:30 in the NFL, and you wake up early and then you find out that there's a game on, great feeling.
Well, we'll have to see what my next week or so holds with some news I'm waiting on, but it is appearing that I'm going to have to watch the Vikings abroad games at 6:30 a.m. Pacific time. So
are they
not the best.
Back-to-back weeks or something?
Yeah, it's London, then Dublin, or maybe flip that around.
I thought you from London.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, those are good for Central Time Zone, because it's like 8:30 a.m. Those are great because you wake up, get some coffee, get some breakfast, boom, it's football, it's your favorite team, prime time, they're the only team on. It's looking like I'm going to have to watch those games at 6:30 a.m. on a Sunday, so we'll see what kind of cards I'm dealt, but you can't pick and choose where the NFL takes your favorite team. Speaking of which, Matt, let's quickly go through. NFL Week 1 is back. We've all been waiting for it, and we're excited to have it back. First of all, fantasy football. In both of my leagues, I scored the most points in both my leagues, and I'm number 1 in both leagues. I'm flying way too close to the sun.
In one of my leagues, I won. Suck it, Bob. And then in my other league, Sunday night rolls around, I check 85% chance of winning. I'm like, nice. Fall asleep, wake up, 3% chance of winning. I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Well, the Ravens and Bills happened.
Yeah.
41-40. Bills.
And
did you win that one?
No.
Okay. Let's quickly go through it. Cardinals beat the Saints 2013. Both
Nobody
dog
cares.
shit teams. The Jaguars beat your Panthers 26-10.
I legitimately don't think the Panthers are playing football.
When was and I was thinking of this the other day because we had the Ravens Bills Sunday night game, my beloved Vikings, and Monday night was just bonkers. You watched the first half with me. I was upset. It wasn't great. It got really good. When was the last time the Panthers were in
2016?
Okay. In any sort of meaningful, interesting game?
I think in 2019 they made it to the playoffs going 7-8-1. But I watched the first part of the Panthers game because I always go in with blind positivity. I'm Panthers Super Bowl train. I would say within the Jaguars got the ball first, and I think they drove 7 minutes, kicked a field goal. Panthers got the ball, went 3 and out so fast. I literally took a piss, came back. The ball was in the other team's hands. And I watched a couple series, and I'm like, I don't know football that well. And this team sucks.
Yeah, they're not great. And it appears the noon slate was terrible. We had our show in Fargo. I stayed the night. And so I came back. I texted you for a Red Zone link. You sent it to me. I watched Red Zone for about 30, 40 minutes there, and then it just cut out because I was on the North Dakota Interstate in the middle of nowhere.
Red Zone,
But it cut out, and then I just drove in silence for the rest of the way. But I don't think I missed much because it was just that noon slate, which also featured the Bengals beating the Browns 17-16, the Raiders beating the Patriots 20-13, the Colts beating the Dolphins 33-8. None of these games I've mentioned have been anything entertaining or good or featured a single good.
No, it was.
Where did the rest of the games go?
Keep scrolling down.
Oh, okay. And then I think was this afternoon.
I think Steelers Jets was noon.
Okay, Steelers Jets was good.
Yeah.
Steelers end up winning 34-32. Rodgers throws for 4 touchdowns. He hates the Jets.
Oh yeah, Aaron Rodgers in the post game press conference just put his nuts on the table.
Also, Mike Tomlin said that his kicker Chris Boswell was a serial killer. So the FBI is looking into him now. Commanders beat the Giants 21-6. Russell Wilson is bad at football. I actually made it home in time to actually watch this game. I want to know a stat of how many times Russell Wilson threw the ball away because it seemed like every time I would actually pay attention to the game, it was Russell scrambling for his life and just throwing it out of bounds.
Yeah, and it's a bad game when the coach, the first thing he says after the game is Russell Wilson's going to be starting week 2 for us.
49ers beat the Seahawks 17-13 once again. Just
snooze
a dog
fest,
shit game.
and all of the 49ers players got hurt.
Buccaneers beat the Falcons 23-20, which actually was another good NFC South shootout. Shout out to my boy Emeka Egbuka. Started him I was planning on starting him the whole time, but last minute I finally put him in my starting lineup. 2 touchdowns. He's going to be a wagon. Broncos beat the Titans 2012. Jesus Christ, these games fucking suck.
Yeah.
The Packers Lions. I watched this one. The Packers handed it to the Lions 27-13. Apparently losing Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn isn't great for the Lions.
Where'd Aaron Glenn go?
He's a coach of the Jets.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I watched a lot of that game, and it was pretty boring. A lot of these games were so boring. Yeah, 14-9, the Rams beat the Texans.
That one sucked, too.
Yeah, you know what? We should spend $5 billion on this stadium. That will bring in a lot of good games.
Well, then let's not forget, before we get into the Sunday night game, we started this season off with the Eagles beating the Cowboys 24-20. Jalen Carter spits on a dude. Opening play before the first snap, gets ejected. Now he's gone for the next game as well. Eagles guy also injures himself on that play.
Rain delay. And then
rain delay. Javonte Williams has 2 touchdowns. It was like the most fucking backwards Thursday game.
We're living in
ever.
the upside down. And then the rain delay gets done and nothing happens. Like they could have just ended the game. The score would have been the same.
Pretty much. And then down in Brazil, which I've heard a lot of commentary that why is the NFL having opening games, divisional matchups in Brazil? But the Chargers beat the Chiefs 27-21. Thank fuck. I'm so sick of the Chiefs.
Yeah. Chiefs look big bad.
Go to Sunday night. I'm sure you had somebody in fantasy implications for this one. A great game. The Ravens were up 40-25 in the fourth quarter at one point. The Bills come back to win 41-40 on a Matt Prater walk-off. The dude looks old as hell.
He was coaching his like 4th grade son's football team when he got a call.
And then Monday night, we get to the Vikings game. I'm like, oh, God. Primetime Vikings, never good. On the road at Soldier Field, never good. Matt, you came over for a little bit of din-din. We hung out. We watched the Cubs start to get spanked. We're like, okay, let's switch to the Vikings game. It was shitty to start.
The first half was pretty much on par with every other game. Like
it was 10-6 at halftime. Matt leaves, which, I think maybe you were the one who changed it. I wish you could have been there like when the actual excitement happened.
But there was an immediate pick 6 after I left.
Oh, yeah. Was that when it was?
Yeah. Because then they was like, okay, now the Bears are really going to blow it open. And then the Bears just shit the bed.
The Vikings were down by a lot in the fourth quarter, came back to win. J.J. McCarthy finally gets a little bit comfortable there. And the Vikings are the Vikings. I think they got a solid team. Not many people do, and that's okay. But they end up winning 27-24. Are you pressing the panic button on Caleb Williams as a Bears fan?
I don't really care. I just hope he's bad because the worse he is, the better the Panthers look for the Bryce Young trade.
And then what was with his shirt? Did you see his shirt just hanging out? It was like a gray Under Armour shirt that was just hanging out the bottom of his jersey and then out his sleeves. It was just like, it was disgusting.
Yeah, I don't know. Caleb Williams is a weird dude. Play Tyson Bagent.
So, yeah, there's your week 1 wrap-up, which I wanted to go through just because I was so excited that NFL's back. As I was going through that rundown, listeners out there, I apologize. All those games sucked ass. Hopefully this week gets a little bit better. Thursday night, you got the Commanders and Packers. I think that should actually be a pretty decent game. And then I'm going through here.
Shit.
Is there no good teams in the NFL anymore? There's like, okay, you have the Eagles and Chiefs.
Who's Indianapolis playing?
No, shut up.
No, go up. Indianapolis is good.
Oh, Broncos, Colts.
That might be a secretly good game.
Yeah.
Bo Nix and Danny Dimes.
They got the...
If you'd have told me that last year that I said Bo Nix versus Daniel Jones is going to be a good matchup, I would have put a bullet in your head.
Got the Kentucky Derby on Sunday afternoon. Broncos, Colts, both undefeated in Indy. I'm kind of looking forward to this Super Bowl rematch. Eagles, Chiefs. I mainly want to watch the Chiefs go 0-2.
Did you see the Colts? They had that guy that like has a severe learning disability that sings songs about him every week. He was their halftime.
He's getting a lot of street cred.
I bet he just slays puss.
Falcons play Vikings, and we're actually going to have to record ahead of time, so we won't really be able to
we'll
give
get
you guys...
you next week.
Yeah, in 2 weeks probably.
Yep.
But Falcons, Vikings, Sunday night. Could be a decent game. Young quarterbacks. The NFL loves young talent, especially at the quarterback position. So Michael Penix Jr. versus J.J. McCarthy. Doubleheader on Monday night. Buccaneers, Texans, Chargers, Raiders, both undefeated. I think the Raiders could be a little bit of a hassle for some teams out there.
Yep.
They just seem to be stout all around. But Matt, that's going to wrap up our show. How can our listeners get more involved in the No Brains, No Headache universe?
Yeah, make sure to follow us on social media, No Brains, No Headache, on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. You can watch the entire show. Make sure you subscribe on there. And if you want to leave us a review or a rating, you can do that on Spotify, Apple, iHeart, wherever you listen to podcasts.
Come check out our show at the Belle Mayhew, Saturday, September 13th. It's going to be a great time. We got John Kennedy from New York City, David Standel from Fargo. Matt, Sampson, myself will also be there. We'll have Dominic Tudor playing some music as people take their seats. There's not a bad seat in the house. You can buy tickets at our link in our bio. Once again, that is Saturday, September 13th. For what it's worth, that's going to be my last show in town for a while, so please come see me. We're going to go out and party afterwards, have a really good time, and we would love to see you there. And then that's all we have for our show this week. So thanks again for listening. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Up next, we have episode 264.
You're watching Channel 4 News with 5-time Emmy Award-winning anchor Ron Burgundy and Tits McGee.
Good evening, San Diego. I'm Veronica Corningstone. Tits McGee is on vacation.